What happens when we jump off of this? How does it handle city driving in Neon? What happens when we take it to the lowest gravity moon in the entire game? I bet the Skyrim horse could make it up this, but can the Rev 8? What will the cops think? I have so many questions, let's answer them. For the first time, we have an actual vehicle built into Bethesda's engine, and I can't wait to see how it performs. Not just because of what it means for Starfield, but also because of what it could mean for Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5. So shout out to Bethesda for sponsoring this video. Now, before we try reaching escape velocity on a low gravity moon, let's talk about how the Rev 8 works. For starters, it's a completely free addition to the game, so if you own the game, you can go visit your local ship technician and pick up the vehicle for a paltry $25K. Between the new Rev 8 and the Shattered Space expansion, which is dropping on September 30th, if you haven't already, now's the perfect time to jump in. So be sure to click the link in the description to support my channel and join in on the adventure. Now, when I say now's the best time to jump in, I really do mean it, because Bethesda has been relentlessly pushing out updates, patches, quality of life features, and so much more. It's insane how much this game has changed since its launch, and we'll go over that in a second, but first, the Rev 8. So we buy the vehicle from the local ship technician. We get to paint it something pretty. I'm gonna try all the colors. And of course, I end up with a white and black vehicle, like always. Predictable. Hey Bob, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, but I need you to not judge me for anything I'm about to do. Time to take it for a spin. It seems to get great mileage in the city. Traction is solid, and it handles the bumps on the road really well. Cops are not a fan of the vehicle for some reason. Maybe they prefer sedans. Now, before we head to a low gravity moon, let's try something interesting here. I'm guessing we can't make it up this, but I can't resist trying. Skyrim horse, maybe, but I'm convinced our horse in Skyrim was secretly crazy Uncle Sheo and was not bound by the laws of physics like we mortals are. Here goes nothing. Man, we were actually way closer than I thought we would get. And if you thought I was giving up, you don't know me yet. I need to get up there simply because the vehicle's not supposed to be up there. Will this work? Oh yeah, it's working. Skyrim horse, eat your heart out. We need to jump off of something tall to test fall damage. This should do the trick. I told you not to judge me, Bob. Okay, but how about what this vehicle's actually meant for? Exploring moons and planets. And as you can see, it handles great. It has rear boosters to give you forward momentum whenever you want additional speed. It's got vertical boosters to make navigating rough terrain of uninhabited planets a breeze. Now, let's head to the lowest gravity moon in the entire game. This particular moon is located in the far-off depths of the universe, in the Fermi system on moon IX-E. This moon doesn't have 3 Gs, it doesn't have 0.3 Gs, it has 0.03 Gs. They might expect me to come by land, but will they expect me to come by air? Oh my god. All right. Oh, I think we can safely say they did not expect me to come by air. And now is a great time to mention the onboard blaster that comes equipped with the buggy. Bethesda didn't just add a vehicle, they added a spaceship to this game. I wonder what all my friends in Neon will think of my new vehicle. Excuse me, don't mind me, excuse me, does anyone know where I can get a good burger? But in all seriousness, this Rev 8 handles amazingly. I mean, I'm actually really surprised by how well this vehicle handles the terrains that this game throws at it, because that was my first concern, that every small, medium, or large rock would stop this buggy in its tracks. But Bethesda thought of that, and the vehicle ends up feeling great in any environment that I've tried it in so far, both in the ones that Bethesda intended for me to try it in and the ones that they didn't. It definitely helps that calling it a land vehicle is at times like calling a plane a bicycle with wings, and considering that this was added as a free patch and is not part of any paid expansion or anything like that, this is a pretty spectacular addition. This wasn't originally part of their plan for this game, but they heard everybody's requests and hey, they answered the call. But it's far from the only thing they've added since its release. They've also added new Xbox Series S display settings to mirror existing Series X settings. You can frame rate target now and choose between 30, 40, and 60 or uncapped frame rate on your VRR displays. You can now prioritize between visuals and performance while trying to maintain your frame rate target. So of course, prioritizing visuals is going to keep the highest resolution while maintaining full detail for special effects, lighting, and crowds. And then prioritizing performance will lower internal resolutions for those items. You can now also toggle V-Sync. Choosing off will separate the game's frame rate from the monitor's refresh rate, allowing you to have a potentially higher frame rate, but with the chance of screen tearing. Alternatively, you can turn it on and lock the frame rate to the monitor's refresh rate and prevent screen tearing. Beyond that, Bethesda has added a fantastic new map to the game. Second after the Rev 8, this is my favorite addition to the game because I was one of the people that was walking into town and getting lost every single time. And that lasted just about all the way through my playthrough of this game. The towns in this game are dense and sprawling and multi-layered, and so it was really easy to lose track of where a place was that you had visited before that you were trying to get back to. Now they've got this 3D map, and this is easily one of the best 3D maps I've seen in any game, not just this game. Right? This is a beautiful map. You can hover over the icons, you can see what the locations are, you can put a marker on the map so that you can head there. And then when you're actually in game, you can open up your scanner and look for locations that way. So you never even have to open your map if you don't want to. You can fast travel to the locations that you've already been. It's now easily one of the best navigation tools I've seen in any game ever. And it feels firmly futuristic, like something that would exist in the future when we're traveling to different galaxies. Another new feature that I absolutely love is that you can now customize gameplay options within the game without having to go through add-ons and potentially breaking your achievements and things like that. You can make the game easier or harder by adjusting damage values for your enemies and yourself. And my personal favorite one is that you can increase your carry capacity. The last time I played Fallout, I only used one console command cheat code, and that was to increase my carry capacity. So having this as an option in Starfield saves me from having to use console codes and keeps my achievements flowing. And if that isn't enough, you can also set it so that you can access your cargo hold from anywhere. So my hoarding is about to achieve such great heights. They also added more interior ship design options so that you can customize the interior of your ship and make it feel much more lived in and alive. Another nice thing that they did is they improved the New Game Plus system. So now when you New Game Plus, it gives you the option to respec, so you can try a completely different build on the next playthrough. And for those that felt like there was just a little too much eye contact when you guys were in your dialogue conversations with the NPCs, they've added the ability to turn off the dialogue camera so that you can have more of a roaming camera like some of the other Bethesda games when you are in conversations with these NPCs. And lastly, my return to this game just reminded me how good it looks. I think it looks even better than the last time I played it. I think they've really done some work here on lighting and things like that. It really is a gorgeous game, which has me so excited for the Shattered Space expansion on September 30th. Not only that, if you'll allow me to do a little bit of speculation, Bethesda has a habit of using the things that they add to their games in the future games. So when we saw them add the settlement system into Fallout, they then added that settlement system into Starfield. So you could speculate that this Rev 8 system that they've coded into the game now, right? This could be used for a horse and a buggy in Elder Scrolls 6, or perhaps a boat on the water in Elder Scrolls 6. It could be used for any type of vehicle in Fallout 5. Like, the options are endless, and it's actually a really well done vehicle in this game. A lot of games you get in the vehicle and it just doesn't handle well and just doesn't feel good, but this one feels great. And modders. Don't forget what modders are going to do with this thing. For example, do you wish your Rev 8 had a trunk that you could store more items in? You're in luck. There's literally already a mod that does that, and it's only been out for a couple of days. If you know any other really cool mods, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. And tell me what you think of the Rev 8. This bad boy deserves a second chance. Sometimes in life, you just have to believe. Come on, come on, come on. Engage the boosters. So close. So close. Oh, come on. Yeah. How's that for vertical? You just went all the way up that. Right there. Wow. Yeah, I don't think Skyrim Horse could have made that. I think we may have a new king. Thanks so much for watching. click the link in the description to join us in the fun. And if you're diving into Starfield, be sure to check out my Starfield guides. I've got beginner guides as well as a couple of tips and tricks guides for you, and I'll link those in the description for you as well. Once again, thank you so much, Bethesda, for sponsoring this video. I'm honored. And don't forget, guys, Shattered Space is right around the corner, coming out on September 30th. So if you haven't played through the base game yet, now is the time to do so to get ready for that expansion. And a massive shout out to my channel members for going above and beyond to support the channel. If you're not sure what to do next, I bet you'd love one of these videos popping up on screen right now. I hope to see you in the next one.